What's up, you guys? Welcome to the second video of the day, and it is 7 Days to Die. So if you guys have never heard of this game, it is a zombie apocalypse type thing, kind of like DayZ, but more advanced and kind of getting more constant updates than that. So we start off basically in the middle of nowhere with absolutely nothing but water, a can of beans, a first aid, a torch, and since we are in multiplayer, a land claim block. Since we are pretty much playing it by ourselves, we can scrap it, and it's just going to give us 150 iron. But pretty much this is adult Minecraft because everything you see around you is breakable. I can break the floor, I can break this rock, I can break those trees, and the map is absolutely huge, you guys. So this, all of this right here, is just a small chunk. I can go up here, I can go left, I can go down, right, just for hundreds of miles. I'm not sure about that, but you guys get the point. It's a lot. So what we're going to be doing here, and well, that's a floating tree. We're just gonna punch that down. What we're gonna basically be doing with this series is it's kind of a test out series. If you guys like it, then I'll continue it. If you guys don't, then we might still do a couple episodes every now and then, but it just won't be as constant as, other content. I do have some other stuff that I might want to try out if this does fail, or if you guys don't just like it as much as other stuff, but we'll see. And if you guys do like it, I might still bring that other content into play just every once in a while, once the beta ends for Destiny, probably as just like, a substitute so that if I'm feeling like recording two per day, it could be something different and not just, the same thing. So here we are, we're just going to make our hatchet really quick. And this first episode is honestly just going to be me collecting a few supplies. It's not going to be the most exciting episode. It might show you guys a little bit of the basics and kind of what to do right at the beginning. But other than that, there's not going to be really much to it. Because I do need to get my basic supplies so that we can start doing more advanced stuff, as in building a shelter, exploring cities, you know, just just the good stuff. So since we do have the materials, we're gonna build ourselves a club here. So this game is a lot of fun. I play it with my friends all the time, and maybe I can make this a whole multiplayer thing, do it kind of my solo, and then have a separate kind of one where I do it with my friends. And I don't know, that'd be cool. I know one of them is definitely considering recording on his, so I might even link his perspective down in the description when I do it, but we'll see. So we got basic supplies. I really don't think we need to be chilling around there anymore. Let's see, I did get raw iron though that I can scrap down really quick. What I'm going to try to do is find a road. That's probably going to be our most helpful thing right now. There's trash on the floor though. Aloe vera seeds. That's a bit far in the game to go farming, but at least we have it. And if we decide to not do it, we can just drop the seeds on the floor. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, up there's our first zombie right here. So if you guys don't know why the name of this game is 7 Days to Die, it's because every 7 days a giant zombie horde comes. And you're trying your best to survive. So you have 7 days, pretty much from the beginning, to build up your defenses and kind of get yourself ready for the horde. That is a bear. Don't want to mess with the bear, so we're gonna look at this garbage pile. We just got some antibiotics. We're gonna go this way, because the bear's not that way. Scary bear over there, man. So everything here has its own use. This car can be broken down for gasoline that later in the game fuels your mini bike. There's different type of zombies. As we killed our first zombie, like I believe decrepit mother or decayed mother or whatever. As the game goes on, there's going to be feral zombies. There's going to be bloated zombies, cop zombies. Each one has either more health or more abilities. Like for me, on my playthrough, I am doing it on zombies who never run. The only zombies that do run, however, are the feral zombies. So it kind of makes the encounter with feral zombies that much more scary because they have a lot of health, they hit like trucks, and they can run. And so they don't really come out until later on in the game, I've noticed. But it's still a very scary experience when you first see a feral. And that's a pig. I could kill the pig, but it's kind of a process. Let's see. I'm trying to look for garbage. Garbage does have some good loot in it. Well, useful loot at least. And so if we can find a little bit of it, it's fine. None in there. I'm also trying to find a house. And a guide to kind of finding houses in this game is if you look off the side road, there's going to be a dirt road kind of leading to it. And usually that leads to either a house or a campsite or some sort of building that's going to have some loot for you. So we're kind of trying to keep an eye out for that while looting and kind of just making my way down the road. I don't see any right now. We're not really making off like a bandit in some of these areas with some of these items. Let's see, lead, empty tin can, another tin can. We did get food off one of those zombies, which is fine. We kind of do need food, so that's good for me. Alright, let's see, another pile of garbage. We got a can. Oh, a glass jar, my bad. Now, in this game, there are skills that you can level up. As you guys go on watching the video, you'll probably see things such as scavenging or athletics leveling up, and each one kind of determines how fast you do something. So if my scavenging goes up, I'm able to loot things a little bit faster. If you guys notice, when I loot this car, it does have a timer and it's counting down until I can actually get to the stuff that's in it. The longer I play the game, the shorter that time's going to be. So there is an advantage to playing longer. Alright, so I haven't really found a road off yet. If we look at our map, we can see if we missed one. So far we haven't missed a single one. This is us, that's kind of the road that we passed, and here's where we spawned. So we haven't missed a camp or a house yet, and hopefully there'll be one soon. Now, killing zombies is kind of a risk. If you have a strategy to it, it kind of makes it easier. What my strategy is I run up to them, smack them in the face, and then run back really quickly. You gotta make sure that you have the stamina for it, and if you don't, you might get hit, and when you do, you run that chance of being infected. Now, being infected is kind of a crappy situation. If you don't find antibiotics within real hours, then you will die, but the infection kind of grows worse. I've never let it go to the point where it's got really... I'm sorry, I just had to stop my commentary to watch this beautiful fight between that bear and that zombie. I don't know why they were fighting, but they were fighting. And it seems the bear got tired of mauling the dead corpse, That is going to make walking past them a bit of a struggle, though. We're gonna sneak. A little sneaky. Don't want to play with that bear. Well, I mean, the zombie I don't care about. The bear is more of an issue. So we're just gonna run. Oh, and as you guys can see there is our first place. This is a campsite right over here, if you guys look. So I do think we are going to go over there. And they're attacking the bear. They're literally attacking the bear. Out of everything a zombie could do, it decides to attack a giant zombie bear. I have to say, zombies are very special creatures. This one is very determined to hunt me down. Oh, we got 2 bottled water from it. Awesome. We're gonna kind of sneak in this camp while that bear takes care of everything. Makes it so we don't have to clear it out. Let's see, tree stump, got some food. In that a bedroll. Now I don't have to craft one. Awesome. Oh. Don't know where that's. Okay. So if you're not paying attention, zombies can, easily sneak up on you like that one just did. And you kind of don't want that. So, gotta pay attention. Evidently, I'm not listening to my own advice and, got injured there. Dead corpse. Ooh, 44 Magnum cylinder. We are quite a far way away from actually making a gun, but, having it is always good. So for our first campsite, that was some decent stuff. That is not the road. I mean, we can kind of stay off the road really quick. I do need to break those down. Breaking down items saves a lot of your inventory, as having all this stuff clustered in, although helpful later on in the game, right at the beginning it's not going to be as helpful. Now, I wouldn't break down stuff such as, gun frames or any gun part, just because those are a bit harder to come by. I can pretty much find bullet casings in a lot of places. Eventually I can even make bullet casings, but I don't think even at any point in the game I can actually make my own, gun parts. So just to keep it safe, I would just kind of keep them all on you. Now, is this road gonna end? Oh no, never mind. Just a bit overgrown. Another peg on the road. Ooh, bird's nest. I'm gonna start looting those. Make ourselves a bow. Every once in a while I'm just gonna crouch, if you guys are noticing that, and think it's a bit weird. It's just because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not sensed by any of the zombies around. And, yeah, because they can sneak up on you, like you saw earlier, if you're not paying attention. So here's another road. Let's break down a little bit more of our stuff, just so we can hold the loot. Alright, that's gonna take a couple seconds to break down and make some room there. So this could be a house, this could be a campsite, it's unsure. It could be a cemetery or a church too. It seems like it's going to be another campsite, yep. So what we're going to really quickly do is I want to make another club. Alright. And now it's a level 2 club. Find this. Let's go in. Search some of the rubbish. And I've noticed if you try to aim for the head, you're going to get a critical hit on something. And some of the time it's going to knock them out. And you can do more damage with them on the ground than otherwise. Now, I'm definitely hunted. But by what? Alright, there's this guy. Still hunted. By this one. Alright, opening it up. Got, some glass out of that. Most people I've noticed don't pick up the chairs, which I find is kind of weird because it is, free wood. And it's not like it's taking up too much space, you can just break it down. But to each their own. Alright, so here's our first big zombie. These are bloated people. And, they hit very hard. And so we're gonna try to walk out of here. We are infected, which we can take care of. We did get honey. Honey does treat stage 1 infections. And so I don't know how long it takes to get to stage 2. I don't feel like, I'm finding out. Come on. Come. There we go. Quick. Ah, we died. Alright, so when you die, as you guys can see, I didn't put down a bedroll. It's going to be an issue. So we're going to spawn back in the middle of nowhere and have to make our way to our items. So depending on how far our items are, we might do it this episode, or we might try to do it the next episode, because, it's a bit of a trip. So let's look. Yeah, so it is pretty far to the south. We can make part of the journey, but I think we're going to stop about halfway there. So on the way we can see if we can, loot anything, find anything interesting. Definitely pick up some plant fibers to make ourselves another bedroll, so that if we die on the way there, we're going to be closer. Make that bedroll. So every time you die, you're going to lose wellness. As you guys can see, we started out the game with 100% health, 100% stamina. So since we took some hits from some zombies, we did lose 2% while just playing. And then since we just died, we lost 10%. So there's a way to increase that so that if you do die, it doesn't go down as far, because it does hit 70 and then stop. But it requires some points. I believe it's like 10 points, and you get about 5 every time you level up. So every 2 levels, you can kind of do it. It kind of has requirements, though. Like, your one skill might have to be a certain level so that you can buy it. Like, if we look at the skill trees, here it is, Health Nut. So if I was to try to buy it right now, I need 5 more points. I have 5 right now, but the next level requirements are Athletics 1. Our Athletics is at 4, so we're technically allowed to do it, and it would increase our wellness by 10, bring it to 80, and I believe the highest you can go is 110, or maybe 120. So we are really close to our bag now. Well, we're getting closer. It's still a distance, if you guys can't notice. The bag's right there, down in that bottom, and we're right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run for a couple more seconds and then place down our bag in kind of a clearing or so, so we know when we come back where we're kind of at and what we're doing. So I think on the other side of this water is probably a good place to end this area and this video in general. So right, a little bit more land, about here. So here's our bedroll. If we die, we will spawn back here. But other than that, if you guys like the idea of this game, or you like games like this, I can definitely start playing these a bit more. This is probably my favorite type, so if you guys liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Other than that, I want you guys to have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later.